You probably think as a leader, you got to be like, oh, I need everyone to like come to me, and then I give out the answers. I give out the sauce. I'm giving out everything so that people can just. That's how my organization needs to run. And I used to think the same thing, even though I'm not in a position where I have a whole bunch of people under me. It's something that I learned from one of my managers. It's something that I am seeing people do, and I'm something that I see that could be way more efficient based off of this one way I'm about to show you guys. The wrong way of thinking is by thinking that you are not ever going to be replaceable. That sets everyone up for failure in the long run. That sets everyone up for failure in the long run, because nothing lasts forever. You're not going to be here forever. Your team's not going to have you forever. So if you want something that has longevity, you want something that is that can still run. If you take a vacation, you need to have a sick day or whatever, and you don't got to be worried about it 24/7. If you want automation, you got to be replaceable. Let's talk about it. And I actually got this from one of my managers at work. But to be a great leader, you have to be. You might be like, whoa, what? Replaceable. And you'd be like, oh, that's not good leaders. Your good leaders aren't replaceable. It's like, why would you want to be replaceable if you're a leader? And honestly, that's a good question. But by not being replaceable, you make it so that your organization, your team, your family cannot function while you're gone. So, yes, you want to be the best person that you can be, and that's what makes great leaders. 100%. You want to be the best person you could be, and that's what makes great leaders. Now, you being scared of being replaced is not a if you're scared of getting replaced, that's not a place of leadership. That's a place of fear. That's a place of that's a place of fear. You're just worried about someone doing better than you. You're not helping other people out. And that's what great leaders do. They help people out. They just do the best they can. And if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you how to get to where you need to go. I may not know the path, but I can help you get the information to help you get the information that you're looking for. And I would consider myself a good leader. Not the best leader, but a great leader. A lot of people think, and I used to think too, that in order to be a good leader, you needed to have the information, know the information, be able to have people come to you and you guide them like accordingly, and you are not a replaceable person. But I'm here to say that a good leader is. I did not need to hit it that hard. A good leader is replaceable. And you might be thinking, Dion, why is a good leader replaceable? Wouldn't you want a good leader to be someone that can do all of those things, can answer all those questions, can give you all the resources? Yes. But a good leader would want you to be able to do the same thing. That's why good leaders are replaceable. That's why good leaders try to make the people that they are leading replaceable. Because when you allow yourself to let other people grow and nurture them, you are building up another you. If you have a great leader, that leader would want to have another person that is like-minded like them. So when they're gone, the whole company doesn't fall down. The whole organization doesn't fall down. The family doesn't fall apart. That is why good leaders are replaceable. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have your leader, big L for the, that's big L for the leader. Then you have guy A, guy B, and then guy C. And then you have a task. Then you have a task, right? You have a task that needs to get done. And now you want a good leader will be able to help guy A, B, and C complete the task. So right now it looks like this. So First step, they all communicate to the leader. Then the leader gives them back the information. And then everyone completes their task, right? So let's check this out. First thing, let's say you have a team. So example, let's say you have a team, and in order to complete the team, person A, person B, person C has to communicate to the leader, then has to do the work, and then they complete the task. So let's say you have 20 tasks. But let's say you have 20 tasks. Then every one of these people will be reaching out to the leader, coming back, leader, coming back, leader, coming back, leader, coming back. That's 20. Every person has 20 tasks. So person A has 20 tasks, person B has 20 tasks, person C has 20 tasks. That means the leader has 60. The leader now has 60 interaction loops to make with person A, B, and C combined. That is inefficient for the leader. The leader is not going to be able to look out into the future because the leader is too busy trying to get person A, person B, person C, their tasks straight, answering their questions, and doing things for them. Now, yes, the leader should be able to help out with them, and that's what good leadership is, but your leader also needs to be future thinking and thinking about what the team needs to be doing in the future and what the team needs to do in the future and how the team can operate more efficiently. And by operating more efficiently, a good leader would do this. Instead of me allowing everyone to come back and forth to me 20 times each time, I'm going to allow them for some of the iterations where they don't have to ask me questions or things like that. I'm going to train them to be able to act as their own leader. So as a leader, it is important to train the people that are underneath you to act as their own leaders. Because when they act as their own leaders, now instead of person A, person B, person C reaching out to you for each one of your 20 tasks, they might reach out to you for 10 out of the 20 tasks that they need to do. So instead of now you having 60 interactions between your team for a task, now that you're training them and doing everything that they need to do, they're becoming their own little leaders. Now it's just 30, right? Then let's say it's 5. Now they're only reaching out to you for 5 times. Then it's just 5. Now it's your responsibility as a leader to make sure that they're still doing what they need to be doing. But as they continue to grow and as they continue to develop, that's less on the leader's plate, and now everyone is contributing at a much higher level because they're not getting backlog. That's another thing. Person A, person B, person C, in the first scenario, we're having to wait for the leader to get back to them. So this is not an instantaneous thing all the time. If I have to reach out to leadership and wait for leadership, then I am backlogged. I have a blocker. I'm not able to do my task. I'm not able to move forward. But if I'm becoming a leader myself and I can, still move forward, report back to leadership, and then they give me, the response whenever they can get me the response, and then it aligns to what I know what the leader's ideology is, then that makes the leader's job easier, makes my job more efficient. So the result is, whether this is your family, your organization, a team, a book club, I don't care what it is. You can make yourself a better leader by allowing the people that are under you to also become leaders. Train them that way. Don't hoard information. Don't think that that's the best thing to do for your team, unless you got some rookies or something that you just don't. You gotta keep a short leash on them, but allow yourself to train people and for them to do better. So the result is you'll have less tasks, you'll be more forward thinking. So that is my thoughts on leadership. Stay wise.